Hey YouTube, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how to submit cards on PSA's website for a crossover, and I'm also going to show you a little bit of a walkthrough on how to do that. So first you want to get to this screen, the Online Submission Center screen, and there's two different ways you can do that. One is you can go right over here to where it says Services. You can go right down to where it says Online Submission Center. This is where you're going to go if you're submitting cards for grading or crossovers or DNA authentication, which is if you want to make sure your autograph is real. The other way you can get there is simply by going to this little green submit button right here. Now, you do need to have an account with PSA in order to do this. So if you are looking to submit cards for grading, I would recommend that you make an account with them. But once you get to this screen, you will simply go to Start. It'll take you right here to Start New Submission. You can see I just opened this up a second ago to show you guys how to do that, but let me delete this and then I'll start one fresh. So Start New Submission. Okay, that's what you're going to click. Now, they're going to give you a few different options. Here you're going to see, obviously, if you have tickets, coins, anything like that, that's not going to be what you're looking for. What you're looking for is this regular or small size cards. That's pretty much any sports related card or Pokemon card. That's pretty much what it's going to be. So you're going to leave that clicked right there, hit the next button. Now you're going to go to submission type. Now what you're looking for is going to be the crossover. Of course, if you are looking to grade, that would be right up here, reholder, review, but today we're going to do a crossover. Now a crossover again is going to be when you're looking to cross over a card from another grading company over to PSA to have it either put in a PSA slab or hopefully get a better grade, and we'll go over that in a couple minutes. So again, right over here, once you hit crossover, this will kind of go over. And if you want to get the autograph graded as well as the card, you're going to be down here for the dual service. So this one is saying no grade on the card, no grade to card or autograph. Maybe that's just looking for authentic. But you can obviously choose from any one of these, grade the card only, the autograph only, the card and the autograph. So I think this one is just to have it authenticated. But what I'm going to do is just show you guys the basic one. So that's going to be here, no autograph authentication. And then you're going to scroll down and hit next. Okay, so this I think is going to take you to the service level. Here we go. This is the service level. So right now, this is the pricing. The pricing has gone, up and down over the last year, but this will vary depending on, their backlog and everything that's going on. But for right now, I think the cheapest is going to be the regular service. It's $100 per card. Okay, so we're gonna again go with the most basic just to show you guys how to do this. But if you do want to do Express or Super Express or even walkthrough, that's up to you guys. So then you go ahead and hit the next button. And then this is going to be their item entry. And we'll go over that a little bit because it's a little bit detailed, but it's actually really, really helpful if you want certain things. So for example, this is where you type in the card. Now just off the top of my head here, I'm going to go 2018 Topps. And you'll see everything starts to kind of generate for you on its own, right? So I'm going to look for the Shohei Ohtani card, right? Which is 150, I think. I think that's his flagship, right? So you can type in the number of the card, or you can type in the name of the player. So I think 2000 Topps 18. Oh, maybe it's Nolan Arenado. Maybe I'm totally wrong on that. But if I go back and I type in Shohei, then it should pop up. So there's a whole bunch. I'm going to go for the Topps Chrome and see what comes up. Here we go. So there's all these different types of variations. So if you had the pitching refractor, the X-fractor, sepia refractor, they're all in here. Everything is in PSA's system already. So whatever card you have, you shouldn't have any problem finding it. All right, so here we go. Here, see, it is 150. So I go, okay, 2018 Topps Chrome 150 Shohei Ohtani pitching. Okay. Perfect. So now you have the card. Let's just say it's a 9.5. Let's just say it's a 9.5 BGS. Okay. So you would go over here, you would type in 9.5, because that's the current grade that you have. If it's a 9 or an 8 or anything like that, that's what you'd be putting right there. And then this is going to drop down and show you all of the grading services. So if you have any of these cards in GMA, SGC, BGS, if you have any of these cards, everything should be right here. If it's some type of obscure grading company that is not listed, you can just go down to other and you can type it in manually that way. But for today, just basic example, going to BGS, okay? So now on the BGS slab, you will have a cert number there, and this is where you would type that, okay? Just so they can verify that that is your card and you're not just throwing out a whole bunch of these randomly. This way they're in order and they can authenticate them properly. And then you can go right here. This is the cool part. You can actually say, hey, I want a minimum grade on this. Now, whatever that minimum grade is for you, that's going to be totally up to what you decide. So my guess would be if you're trying to cross over a 9.5, you might want to go for a 10. I mean, you might also be okay with a 9, but just for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to say, hey, I want a 10, right? So it gives you this kind of, warning like, hey, it may or may not cross over. So just a heads up on that. You can choose to watch the video here if you like, but then it's going to have you say, hey, I understand, and then close the video. So I'll read this with you guys real quick. It just says the minimum grade is the lowest grade that you are willing to accept from PSA. Anything lower will not be crossed over into a PSA holder. Now this kind of benefits you guys too, because it's almost like a safeguard to say, hey, if I have a 9.5 and I want a 10, but it's not eligible for a 10, it doesn't meet those certification, those qualifications, then it's going to come back to you as a 9.5. So it's almost like you're submitting the card and you almost got nothing to lose as long as you're protecting yourself. And this is the way that you protect yourself, by putting in the minimum grade that you want. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit I have read and I understand, close this. Then you would hit save. Okay. The rest is kind of going to be on you guys. I'll just kind of explain it without kind of walking through it. You'll hit save, then a list will start to form under here under subscription. Depending on how many cards you have listed, they'll all show up right here. The next thing is going to be obviously shipping and billing right here. That's going to be where you're going to put in your credit card info, your address, and all that stuff. And for obvious reasons, I'm not putting that in for myself. And then confirmation and submit. So when you submit, you're going to print it up, and then you're going to pack it up and ship it out. So I know it's pretty self-explanatory, but I just wanted to go over everything with you guys for anybody who has not done a crossover submission that may want to. Maybe you weren't even thinking about it, and maybe this is something that's new to you. I just got a couple cards together for my first crossover submission. I made that video yesterday, and I will put that over here so you guys can get the link to it and check out those cards, and then we'll circle back to it when I get those cards back, and we'll see how I came out with that. But I will say that if you are going to try and submit, for example, a BGS 9.5, just do your best to make sure that the subgrades are as high as they possibly can be, so you guys have the best chance at getting a 10. Or for example, if you had an 8.5 that you want to try and get a 9 on, or even if you have a 9 and you want to get a 9, just make sure that all your subgrades are in the right place, so you'll have a stronger chance at getting the grade that you want. All right, so there we go. Thank you guys very much. Greatly appreciate you guys for hanging with me and watching this. If you guys haven't done so already, please go ahead, hit that like button, the subscribe button, hit the bell so you guys know when I'm dropping more videos, and check out the Instagram page is where I post a bunch of my own cards from my own PC. So if you guys like this and you like cards and you want to check it out, it's there for you. Also, if you guys have any questions or any cards or any comments, any advice you guys are looking for, throw it down in the comments and I will respond to you guys right away. All right, thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.